Right, Shalom. Giving all praise and all glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim, Hakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and a sincere Shalom to all you Akim who be pushing this word around the globe in faith and in truth and in sincerity. So, as always, we are the real Hebrew Israelites, the real Israelites, the so called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Brazilians, Colombians, Ecuadorians, Peruvians, Bolivians, West Indians, Haitians, Jamaicans, Dominicans, West Africans. We are the true descendants of the man in the Bible who was named Israel. So therefore we are the true Israelites. Now, that doesn't just apply to the people I just mentioned. It also applies to anybody who may potentially look like any of the other nations, including Esau. You might look like a so-called white person, but if your seed line by your father goes back to the man in the Bible who was named Israel, then you are an Israelite, no matter what you look like. But this is about faith, yeah. And it says the Spirit beareth witness that we are the children of the Most High, roughly paraphrasing. So basically, if you do look like any of the other nations, but you believe in this word 100% in faith and in truth and in sincerity, and you believe in the names of Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, then you too might be an Israelite, because Israel has been scattered amongst all nations. So therefore, right now, you're going to get Israelites looking like all peoples. But that's that. If you want to learn more about the nations that come under the 12 tribes, just Google GMS 12 tribes sign to learn more. So I'm going to do another lesson going into prophecies pertaining to the mark of the beast. And I saw this video when I was doing some research last night. And basically, I think it's in Canada, if I'm not mistaken, they've made the microchipping of racehorses mandatory. Now, the microchipping of dogs has already been made mandatory. But what's going to happen is Esau's going to push it across all kinds of animals, and ultimately it's going to be pushed upon humans, because this goes into the prophecy spoken of in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verses 15 through 19, I believe. I'll get them in a minute. But basically, this is all the works of the devil, because Revelation 12 and 12 says the devil cometh down having great wrath, because he knoweth but you have a short time. Because basically the elites of Esau, they've wanted this microchip pushed out there for the longest. But obviously things have to happen both on the left side and the right hand side according to the will and the timing of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. So obviously they've wanted to push it for the longest, but it hasn't been their time. But we're coming close to the time where they are going to make a big push, because just last week on Friday, I believe, I done a video on the ID 2020 conference where they're basically talking about how they're going to be making a big push to get people identified via identifiable chips, which is the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. So I'm just going to play this video and go into how much of a devil Esau is, because here he is microchipping racehorses. So let's get into it.
Hello everyone, Rachel O'Neill here with Standardbred Canada, here today to give you an in-depth look at the microchipping process. Now you may or may not know, but Standardbred Canada has made it mandatory that by 2021 all horses must be microchipped in order to race. The microchipping process is proven to be less invasive and less traumatic for our horses, and also offers a more reliable way of identification. So let's take a look at how it's done. Joining me today is one of Standardbred Canada's ID technicians, Mike Pennington. Mike, thank you so much for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here, Rachel.
So Mike, walk us through the process.
Well, we start out always by checking first to make sure there isn't a chip in the horse previously by waving the scanner over their nose and their neck. And I'm satisfied there isn't a previous chip in the horse, so we can now move forward to the next steps, which are clipping, swabbing, and inserting the chip. What I'll do is I'm going to come up on the horse's neck, and we'll go between the two poles, which is the ear and the withers, and we're looking for the nucolegum, which runs down. So I'll palpate here until I feel it. You'll feel it, it's like a rope. And that's where we're going to insert the chip, right in that spot. We clip the spot. Now we're going to clean it. Alcohol and a swab, just to make sure we don't have any complications. Want everything sterile. Okay, so now we're going to take the chip. We're going to verify that the chip is the correct number that it says on the card. just to make sure. 426. Remove the chip from its package. Remove the guard. Prepare to insert the chip. And that's it. Now I'm going to scan the chip to make sure it's reading, and it is. And there's the horse's new ID number. It's as simple as that.
And there you have it, folks. The microchipping process has proven to be far less traumatic for the horses and much less invasive. Don't forget that Standardbred Canada has made it mandatory that by 2021, all horses must be chipped in order to race. Mike, thank you so much for joining us and spending the day and showing us the microchipping process.
You're very welcome.
Until next time, thanks for watching.
Right, so there you go. This is the devil in action, you know. Esau doing his shit, man. You ain't supposed to be microchipping animals, man, and you ain't supposed to be microchipping humans. So let's get the scriptures out and bring out some edification. So he says by 2021 he wants all horses to be microchipped in order to race. So how much longer before you think they're going to start making it mandatory for humans? As I've done in other lessons, I've brought out the what do you call it, ID 2020 conference. They're going to be looking to push this mark heavy. But let's get the scriptures. Revelation 13 from 15 on down. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and the number is 666. So bear me a second, just doing something here. Yeah, so basically that's the prophecy of the mark of the beast. I'm just looking for another scripture here. Yeah. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19 and 20. And it says, no, let me start from 19 and 19. And it says, I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and his army. And the beast was taken with him, and the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that had worshipped the image. These both were cast alive into a lake burning with fire and brimstone. So basically that's the judgment for if you take this mark of the beast. Let me read it again. Revelation 19 and 20, and it says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that have received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake burning with fire and brimstone. And that lake of fire isn't talking about some biblical, some mythological place under the earth where there's a demon with a red pitchfork that's going to prod you and put you in fire. No, that's talking about the impending thermonuclear destruction of America and most of the world, because America's going to get nuked with fire. And also when Yahushua comes with the chariots, which are what the world didn't cause UFOs, he's going to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire, meaning the chariot's going to be shooting lasers out and destroying shit. Just think of Independence Day, man. You know, you've got them classic scenes of the White House is getting destroyed and the Empire State Building getting destroyed. That shit's going to become a reality, man. Because these elites know what's going on. They know the prophecies. And when they make these films, a lot of these films are heavily inspired by the Holy Scriptures. So here's Revelation chapter 14 and 8. And it says, here's the judgment again. And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Get another precept to back that up, Isaiah 66 and 15. Here we are. This is the book of Isaiah 66 and 15, and it says, For behold, Yahweh will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebukes with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many. There we go. So, Leviticus 19 and 28 is another one to bring out, because that says we're not supposed to have any cuttings in our flesh. And as you can see, Esau is doing that to horses right now, but soon he wants to be doing it to humans, because that's all part of the prophecies, as I just read in Revelation 13. But it says, Ye shall not make Leviticus 19:28. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh. Now, let's go into what the mark of the beast is. I just done this in the other video, but for those who may not have watched that video, I'm going to do it again. So the word in Revelation 13 and 15, yeah, here we have it. 13 and 16. And he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So let's go into that word mark in the Strong's Concordance, in the blue letter. So here we go. The word here is, for mark, is charagma, yeah? In the Greek, it's charagma. So if we go into it, it's Strong's 5480, charagma. We go into it. If it works, Lord willing. Yeah, here we go. And it says root word etymology, same as G5482. It says outline of biblical usage. It says 1. A stamp, an imprinted mark. The mark or stamped on the forehead or the right hand is the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses, and that's spiritual, because I just showed you that horse getting microchipped here. Thin carved sculpture or graven work of idolatrous images. Now let's go into deeper Strong's definitions. It says, same as G5482, a scratch or an etching. Now what happens when you get a needle inserted into you? Whenever you go and get a blood test or any kind of shot from a doctor, what do they always say? At least in my case, in the past when I used to do these things, I don't anymore, obviously, since I came to the truth. But you know, they'll say, oh, you're going to feel a short, sharp scratch, and then they juke you with a needle. So here it says Strong's definition, charagma, same as Strong's 584. So Strong's G5482, a scratch or an etching, i.e. stamp, as a badge of servitude, or sculpted figure, statue, graven, mark. Now that badge of servitude, by you taking this RFID implantable microchip, you're basically saying, I want Esau to be my master, and you're saying, I don't want to deal with the Most High. I don't want nothing to do with Yahweh and Yahushai. I'm going to follow the ways of Esau. And that's basically following the ways of the beast, and that is what is referred to as following the image of the beast in the scriptures. So let's go into it further. G5480, charagma, a stamp imprinted mark. I've already read that part. Yeah, I've already brought that stuff out, you know. So is there anything else I want to get in this? No, I don't think I need to get anything else in this lesson. You know, I don't want to make this too long, but basically, for those that don't know, the RFID or NFC, RFID meaning radio frequency identification, NFC meaning near field communication, is basically the same thing. If you get that mark implanted in you, then you're going to drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is to be destroyed by nuclear missiles and the laser beams from the chariots. So it's up to you. Who do you want to be down with, Esau or Yahushai? I know whose side I'm on, man. I'm on the side of the Lord, Yahweh Yahushai. But you know, as the scriptures say, choose ye this day whom you will serve. Let me see if I can find that before I close out. Yes, that's Joshua 24:15. Beautiful. Let me get that. Right, so this is Joshua 24:15, and it says, yeah, and if it seem evil unto you to serve Yahweh, choose ye this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. Here's the point. But as for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh. You know? So basically, choose ye this day whom you will serve, because Yahweh ain't looking for lukewarm men. Yahweh is looking for men who are ready to ride or die for this truth. You know? And we're coming into times of great persecution. So the time for you to get this word, it is more... it would behoove you to get this word now more than ever, because we ain't going to be on YouTube for much longer, the way that YouTube is shutting down channels, man. I mean, with every video I upload, I'm like, you know, is this going to be the one that gets the strike? You never know, because Esau's coming down with great wrath, because you know if they have but a short time. And we get that as well, for edification's sake. Revelation 12:12. I'm going to close out on this, Lord willing. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, which means deceiver, which is Esau, is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So with that, I'm going to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Chodash. Double honours to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, whom rule well. And as always, a sincere shalom to all you Akim who be pushing this word around the globe in faith and in truth and in sincerity. And until the next time I'm able to do another lesson, Lord willing, I'll say shalom.